said it like a joke. "Relax, bro. We're just practicing." But there was nothing funny about the way his hand lingered on me. The way his body pressed too close, the way his breath shook against my skin. We were chest to chest, too close to pass it off as a drill, too hot to call it a joke. I felt the shift the moment his lips brushed mine. Hesitant, testing, but laced with something darker. He froze like he'd gone too far, but my hand was already fisted in his shirt, pulling him back. Practicing? No. This was hunger. This was every look, every laugh, every late-night moment finally breaking open. His kiss hit harder the second time. Rough. Desperate. My body burned. Every nerve lit up. And I knew neither of us was stopping. His words echoed in my head. "We're just practicing." But the way his hands moved on me told the truth. This wasn't practice. This was the real thing, reckless and raw. And from the way he groaned my name, I knew he felt it too. His mouth moved against mine like he'd been holding back for years. No hesitation now, no jokes, just need. His hands gripped my waist, slid higher, lower, everywhere they weren't supposed to be if this was just practice. "You good?" he muttered against my lips, like he had to check, like he wasn't already half gone. "Don't stop," I breathed. My voice sounded nothing like me. Low, shaking, desperate. His laugh was ragged, torn from somewhere deep. "Bro, we're just practicing." But the lie didn't land anymore. Not with the way he pressed into me. Not with the heat building between us. His body told the truth, restless, trembling, alive under my hands. Every move he made blurred the line further. Every kiss left me gasping. Every touch set me alight. I felt his denial crumble in real time. Felt the shift from testing to taking. He bit down gently on my lower lip, groaned, then pulled back just far enough to look me dead in the eye. His pupils were blown wide, his chest heaving. "This doesn't feel like practice," I whispered. He swallowed hard, eyes dark, hands still holding me like I was the only thing keeping him grounded. Then he smirked, shaky, reckless, dangerous. "Then I guess we never stop." And with that, he dragged me back into him, hungrier, rougher, like the words had given him permission to unleash everything he'd been holding back. I melted into it, into him, into the messy, unstoppable truth that this wasn't practice at all. This was real, and it was only just beginning. The more he kissed me, the rougher it got. His hands gripped like he owned me, dragging me closer until there was no space left, no air, no thought, just the burn of skin on skin. He groaned into my mouth, low and guttural, and I felt it vibrate through me. My whole body arched into him, shameless, desperate, feeding on every ounce of hunger he finally stopped hiding. "You're shaking," I murmured, my forehead pressed to his, breath ragged. His laugh was broken, half wild. "'Cause I can't believe I'm doing this." His lips brushed mine again, softer this time, then harder, like he couldn't decide between tenderness and need. I said we were practicing, but he cut himself off with another kiss, deeper, hungrier. "But what?" I whispered against his mouth. His grip tightened, pulling me against him until I could feel everything he wasn't saying. His eyes burned into mine. "But I don't ever want to stop." The words hit me harder than his touch, harder than the kiss. I felt them in my chest, in my bones, in the way my pulse thundered. There was no pretending after that, no excuse left. I grabbed the back of his neck and kissed him like I wanted to devour him, like I'd been starving for this moment. He let out a sound, half groan, half surrender, and it drove me higher, made me reckless. The couch creaked under us as we tangled together, messy and wild. Every push, every pull blurred the line further, until it wasn't practice, wasn't a game. It was us, bare and undone, giving in to everything we'd buried. And somewhere in the chaos of it, I realized he was mine now. He might keep joking, keep denying, but his body had already told the truth. We weren't practicing. We were lost. And neither of us was coming back. His breath hitched against my neck, the sound rough, like a growl that had been caged too long. His hands slid down my back, fingers digging just enough to leave little ghosts of pressure that would bloom into bruises later. He didn't ease up. If anything, the way he held me now felt like a confession he couldn't say out loud. I tilted my head, catching his mouth again. This kiss wasn't cautious, wasn't testing. It was full-on hunger. His tongue met mine, clumsy at first, then sure, deepening until it wasn't a kiss anymore. It was a claim. I moaned into it without meaning to, and the sound made him shudder. He pulled back just far enough for his forehead to rest against mine. Both of us panting, both of us shaking. "You feel that?" he murmured, voice low, almost broken. "Tell me this is just practice." I dragged my thumb along his jaw, eyes locked on his. "You already know it's not." He made a sound, a groan, a laugh, a curse all tangled together. Then kissed me again, rougher now. His hand slipped under my shirt, flat against my stomach, warm and trembling. My muscles jumped under his touch. "God," he muttered, breath hot against my ear. "I've wanted this," he broke off, sucking in a sharp breath. "Longer than I'll ever admit." I swallowed hard, my own hands sliding up his bare sides, tracing his ribs. "Then stop pretending." That did it. His body moved on instinct, pushing me back into the cushions until he was hovering over me. Every line of him pressed to mine. He kissed me like he was trying to erase every version of himself that had come before this moment. The jokes, the bravado, the denial. His hips rolled once, a slow, unconscious grind that sent a shock through me. My nails dug into his shoulders. "Please," I whispered, not sure what I was even asking for. His eyes flicked up to mine, dark and wild, and for a heartbeat I saw everything he was feeling. The hunger, the fear, the relief, the surrender. Then he bent and kissed me again, slower this time, like he decided to stop fighting it. We moved together without thinking, breath mingling, bodies tangling. Every movement stripped away another layer of pretense, until there was nothing left but heat and the sound of our ragged breathing. He wasn't saying bro anymore. He wasn't saying anything. He was just there, raw and real, hands on me, mouth on me. Everything he'd been holding back pouring out at once. At some point I realized I'd stopped thinking, stopped analyzing. All that existed was this. His skin against mine, his heartbeat hammering against my chest, the weight of him pressing me down, keeping me grounded even as everything else spun. Finally, after what felt like forever and no time at all, he stilled. His forehead dropped to my shoulder, his breath hot and shaky against my collarbone. His hands were still on my hips, holding me like I might vanish. "Not practice," he whispered. It was barely a sound, more like a confession breathed into my skin. I wrapped my arms around him, fingers sliding into his hair. "No," I said softly. "Not practice." He stayed there for a long time, just breathing me in, chest rising and falling against mine. When he finally lifted his head, his eyes were different, still dark, still wrecked, but softer now. He kissed me once more, slow and deliberate, sealing something between us. Whatever came after tonight, the jokes, the denials, the world outside, this moment was ours. No practice, no pretending, just us,